What's going on, guys? JPB Duel here. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. And for today's matchup, I'm bringing you a Prank Kids versus swordsoul matchup with the swordsoul player going first. So let's get on right with the match. Now, if you guys look at my starting hand, I have no starter cards, but I did have one negate in my hand, being the Ash Blossom. So my opponent activates Swordsoul Emergence, which I immediately Ash Blossom, hoping for him to not have a combo starter card in his hand. So let's see how this pans out. Activate Ash Blossom, no negate from my opponent towards my Ash Blossom. My Ash Blossom negates the Emergence, but sadly he did have a combo starter card in the form of Ecclesia. Now you guys already know how the combo goes. Ecclesia into Moye, Moye shows a card, gets a token, goes into Grandmaster. Grandmaster will search him for a card specifically, and Moye will draw him a card, and that means he's going to get Longyan, go into Baron de Fleur afterwards. That's the usual standard one card combo for Sword Soul players. But over here, he searched for Sword Soul Blackout off of the Grandmaster. That means he already had a Longyan in his hand, which he obviously did. He activates it, sends a Moye from his hand to the graveyard, gets a token, and over here I was thinking maybe he would go into Baron de Fleur, but he instead went towards Sword Soul Sovereign. And since we know he searched for Sword Soul Blackout, I know one card he set down is Sword Soul Blackout. And Sword Soul Blackout has really good synergistic effect with the Sovereign, because you can activate Blackout, target the Sovereign, Sovereign activates, banishes one card, and then you could banish one card from your opponent's side of the field as well. Or you could activate Grandmaster, negate a effect monster on the field on your opponent's side by banishing a card, activate Sovereign, again banish one card from the field from the graveyard. But this was pretty weird to me in the sense that he did it this way, because he could have gone to Baron de Fleur, which is an Omni negate on the field. That would have been way better in my opinion than going into Sovereign. But he did what he did, so let's see how we play our turn. First of all, we have to see if we draw into a starter card, which I thankfully did. I drew into my starter card, so this makes my hand pretty freaking good, because I have a way to get the Sovereign off of the field, and then the Kaiju, the Radiant is 2800 attack precisely. So it's the same attack as the Grandmaster. I could just go into battle phase, kill off the Grandmaster, and then go into main phase 2 to continue on with my combo. That was my plan in my head. So I Kaiju my opponent, give him Godarla, give myself the Radiant, and then go into battle phase to kill off the Grandmaster. Now in this way, even if he activates the Blackout, Blackout would destroy his Grandmaster, destroy one card on my side. I was okay with it. I just wanted to be able to get the Grandmaster off the field so that the Grandmaster cannot negate my Doodle-Doo Surge. So that way I get my full combo towards my Butler. So that happens, go into main phase 2, normal out Lamses, and then I start going into my combo. So this confirms that this back row set, that the other card that he set down, one of these cards, is not a Forbidden Droplet. So now I'm thinking it could have been Called by the Grave, but if it was Called by the Grave, he would have activated it way before. And it turned out to be Imperm. So I made a couple of tweaks to my deck in the sense that I added Forbidden Droplet and Imperm to my main deck. I'm sitting on 42 cards right now. I'm trying to cut it back down to 40, but this really helped me right here because I can use the Crossout Designator in my hand that I had to negate my opponent's infinite impermanence. So I do just that, activate Crossout Designator, target the one Imperm that I play and banish it to negate my opponent's Imperm. So that way my Doodle-Doo Surge goes through and I have full Butler combo. Now I know the one card he has set on the field is the Sword Soul Blackout, and I'm not worried about anything at this point. Well, I was worried about Nib, but that's, if it happens, it happens. So I'm going through my combo motions. I cannot go through two Doodle-Doos because I needed the cards that I currently had in my hand to make a full combo happen with the DPE. So I just go through one Doodle-Doo, then go into Bow Wow, activate Fusion Destiny, send 2 cards for the DPE to the graveyard, being the Celestial and Dasher, and my DPE comes on the field. Set down my Panda, activate DPE, pop his back row of the Sword Soul Blackout. Now the reason why I did that is because in case he draws into a combo starter card and he gets a worm type monster on the field, he could still activate the blackout to kill off 2 cards on my side. That's why I decided to pop that card instead of leaving it on the field and popping Kaiju. So I activate DP from the graveyard, turn changes over. Draw phase, we activate our Bow Wow Bark, standard Butler combo. My opponent had nothing in his hand towards this, so we get our Butler pieces into our hand. Then standby phase, DPE comes on the field, and my opponent drew into another Ecclesia. I believe he drew into it, he didn't have it in his hand, or maybe he already had it in his hand. Either way, he gets a special for the Ecclesia. Keep in mind, he did not use his normal summon up yet. His normal summon is still there. So he got the Ecclesia, activates the Ecclesia. I did not pop the Ecclesia at this point. I popped the Moye that he summoned on the field off of the Ecclesia. So I chain link my DP to it, pop the Moye, and he already showed me the card that he had in his hand. He showed me that he had a Taya in his hand. So I know now he's gonna normal out the Taya and then try to go into his combo, which we will not allow because we still have the Pandemonium to go into our Butler. So once he normals out the Taya, I use Pandemonium, go into my Butler, and now the priority is on me, meaning that I get my graveyard activations first, and then chain link my Butler activation to all my graveyard activations, and that will pop my opponent's whole field, making him have nothing on his field, nothing in his hand, and nothing activatable from his graveyard as well. With this, you guys already know it's going to be 2 dropsies on the field because I love going into my totally awesome combo. That just kills off my opponent's turn completely. I draw into a Raigeki and my DPE comes on the field on my standby phase. I mean, I have more than enough damage to outright kill him now. I'm not even going to bother to go into totally awesome because I know he has no activatable thing from the graveyard. I just put my stuff in attack position and then just kill my opponent outright. That's going to be the end of the game, guys. If you guys do like this kind of videos, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to my channel for more daily prank kid video uploads, and if you guys are interested in the live version of all of this, you guys can check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/jpbduel. Link along with my schedule is going to be in the video description itself, and I will be starting to do live streaming from Monday because I am feeling better now. And with that being said, this is JPBduel signing out for today. See you guys in the next video. Peace!